We sat down with Beau Nagan, a certified arborist and utility specialist, competitive tree climber, and certified TCIA trainer to discuss alternative fuels like Aspen and the benefits they provide arborists.
So as an arborist, but also a climbing arborist, using Aspen fuel on a really just practical basis. When I'm up there in a tree in an uncomfortable position, I'm sitting on spikes, I'm holding maybe a very large saw, a small saw, it doesn't matter, but I have to do work positioning, I have to be safe. When I have to reach down, I have to start a chainsaw in the air. Okay, and the worst thing is when you're sitting there pulling a cord, and you can't get a saw to start. Well, with Aspen fuel, I have a well-maintained saw that burns clean. It's very productive, it's powerful, and it's reliable. I'm not putting junky fuel in that causes starting problems and other issues with the saw. So it gives me a level of reliability and dependability that also reduces the amount of exertion I have to put in the tree. So Aspen just adds that extra layer of reliability that as a industrial athlete gives me the ability to help maintain minimum impact on my body when I'm working as well.
When and why did you start using Aspen?
So we started using Aspen recently to start really improving productivity and production and performance for a lot of reasons. First off, with fuel prices going up, a lot of the fuel that you purchase has a lot of ethanol in it. It draws in a lot of water. It leads to a lot of problems with small engines. And buying a high quality fuel, any premixed fuel is going to be a benefit. But we looked at Aspen for a lot of other reasons as well. So when we talk about that fuel specifically, it's high octane, high performance. It doesn't have any of the additives that a lot of other fuel does. It creates fumes that are actually toxic to us to breathe in. So when I'm running a chainsaw all day, especially since we have to do a lot of off the ground work in a bucket or a tree and you're holding a chainsaw right in front of your face, you're sucking in all this exhaust. So Aspen fuel doesn't have benzene and a lot of other additives in it that are extremely toxic for us to breathe in. When you look at a regular fuel, you put it in a big chainsaw. Those of us out there that use larger saws like 880s, you don't want to use a big saw if you don't have to, so it sits at the shop or in the truck. Well, if you put a standard mixed fuel in there, it starts going bad, coming up your carburetor when you do finally get around to using it. Aspen fuel is good for 2 years just sitting in the tank, and even more years when you don't open it up.
How did you first hear about Aspen fuel?
So I first found out about Aspen actually from one of our equipment suppliers, Russo Power Equipment. Currently we do a lot of business with them. We get great customer service with them. A lot of times they deliver products to us directly in the field, so I don't have to go pick them up, which is extremely helpful. They're also knowledgeable about a lot of the products we use. When you're going from a mower to climbing equipment to plant healthcare supplies, and you have this wide array of things, rarely do you find a place that supports that many facets. But Russo's really has professionals in all those realms. They're not just people that sell the products either, they're people that have worked in the field and are familiar with the products and have used them, which is extremely invaluable when it comes to having an understanding of what you're purchasing.